They have to realize, let's make a smart decision here. Are we going to take away the shot and the basket with this foul, or are we going to give a little love tap in there? Now they're looking at a three-point play. Potentially.
E.J. Armstrong.
In game 1 and 2, Bob, I noticed that when Miami penetrates, they don't always do a good job of finding the open guy on the perimeter. Sometimes they kind of plan ahead and they say, okay, this is what I'm going to do. And then they go after it and make no adjustments on the way.
There's that intense pressure. Cycling had to bring the ball up the court. Bulls on an 11-4 run. Foul on Chicago. The Heat shot 67% in the first quarter. Only 2 for 8 in this quarter. As the Bulls have turned up their own heat. Armstrong second personal. Alan Ogg at 7'2", his second year from Alabama Birmingham, will be in the ballgame in a moment. Coming up at halftime, the Prudential Halftime Report with Ernie Johnson in our Atlanta studios with Hawks head coach Bobby Weiss. Hubie Brown will catch up with Trailblazer center Kevin Duckworth, and we'll also update you on the Phoenix-San Antonio Game 3, which just started.
Right now, the Miami Heat vulnerable. They've got Alan Ogg in there. They don't have much inside scoring. They have Keith Askins. They got some help from Glenn Rice. Bimbo Coles has been shooting real well, 60% coming into this game. And then Kevin Edwards, who is not shooting well, right around 38%. They need some offense. They don't have it on the floor.
Jordan. Well, Miami is making them pay inside.
Well, that's the right idea. Not that you're supposed to go over there and hurt the guy, and you certainly don't want to hurt the league's premier player, but you want to make him take a difficult shot. As he gets in there, there should be a lot of white shirts in there. That's legitimate basketball. That's great NBA basketball. The NBA, no babies allowed.
Alan Ogg certainly isn't a baby. 7'2", 250 pounds. Scott Williams checking in, his second appearance as Purdue goes to the bench. 7:37 to go in the first half. The Bulls have pulled to within 7. They had trailed by 15. Jordan has 6 points in the quarter, 8 points in the game. Edwards has it stripped by Jordan. Needs the break. Draws the foul. 8 points in the quarter.
Well, you got a series of complications here. We just talked about Kevin Edwards when he penetrates, not reading. He planned ahead. They closed off the gap. Now Michael Jordan's free to come down and do his thing. He's so dangerous in transition. Now you foul him. Now he dunks. Now they've got, rhythm. They've got excitement. This is what they feed off of. They feed off of this guy, the greatest player to ever play the game of basketball. But he does miss occasionally.
Rice and Scott Williams will jump it up. Scott Williams out of North Carolina. Cliff Livingston is seeing the ball game for the Bulls right now. I liked your line, the sub du jour for the Bulls, and Jordan's going to get a rest. Pippen back in.
They've had good luck with the bench. The bench has served them well all year, and I believe to the fullest that Bill Jackson has played that bench. You can see the ball slip out of bounds. The little pressure down court has been a major problem. 15 steals in game 2.
Kevin Edwards out of DePaul just bounced it off his foot. Big turnover there. As the Bulls are on a run and trail now by only 5. 7:10 to go in the half. Pippen given the baseline by Edwards. Hands it off inside. Loose ball foul on Livingston. Timeout on the floor. Heat leading by 5.
15,008, and no one is more excited nor more proud than Louis Chaffel, the managing partner of the Miami Heat. Congratulations on going from an expansion team to a playoff team in 4 short years.
This is wonderful. I mean, this whole atmosphere. What's going on here is just unbelievable when you think not too long ago there wasn't even a building. Nobody thought pro basketball would ever make it in South Florida. But if there's ever been a doubt, it's diffused here tonight.
They doubted the location of the arena. They said people wouldn't come down here at night. They said that Miami only supported winners, but you proved them all wrong.
Well, they said a lot of things, but you give people what they want. You give them hardworking athletes. You give them a good night of fun and entertainment, and you have the NBA behind you.
What about those people that said you shouldn't have made the playoffs but gone in the lottery?
They never played sports, and they were never here tonight.
Okay, thanks a lot. Back to you, Bob.
6:55 to go in the half. Heat 41, Bulls 36. Rice. Livingston with a rebound. Miami's shooting has gone south on them after shooting 67 in the first quarter, Dick. As you said, we might expect at least a decrease in that. 10 on the shot clock here for Chicago.
You've got to get some points off your defense. You just can't rely on your offensive output.
Purdue with a scoop shot and his first 2 points of the ball game. Career high in game number 1 for Purdue. He had 16 points in limited minutes.
He was the sub of the day.
7-0 Bulls run. It's a 3-point game. The Bulls. Purdue started that by tipping it away from Cycle. A chance to pull to within 1 or better. It's a 1-point game, and this crowd has been taken out of it momentarily, at least. Pippen with 17 points.
Well, when Louis Chappelle heard that they were going to be into the playoffs, he was watching the game in a bar, and his comment was, "I feel so good, so much emotion, and emotion is what carried his team early in this game." But they've got to knuckle down and play some defense. They've got to take better care of the ball, and they've got to handle the downcourt pressure of the Chicago Bulls.
Heat holding on to the lead now with a big outside shot from Bimbo Cole. Pippen. He was bothered a bit by Kevin Edwards.
Oh, that was a good challenge, and they need a lot more of those kinds of challenges defensively. Make the passes difficult for the Chicago Bulls.
Grant Long. Livingston with a rebound. He's got 2 in just a couple of minutes of action. 43-40 Miami, 5 minutes to go, first half. Horace Grant traveling. Steve Smith back into the ball game for Miami, and Michael Jordan for Chicago. Armstrong sits down as does Bimbo Cole.
In the paper today, they had some reporter trying to explain the Chicago Bulls triangle offense. It was dead wrong. You and I laughed about it over breakfast. But one of the things they can do in that triangle offense is post any player. Right now, they ought to think about posting Scottie Pippen on Kevin Edwards at the offensive end.
Edwards kicks it out to Rice. Threes in and out of there. Horace Grant to Pippen. He's got 19.
There's absolutely no way Kevin Edwards can stay matched up successfully on Scottie Pippen. He has too much size, too much athleticism, jumping ability, savvy, moxie, confidence.
1-point game. Got a switch. Steve Smith against Grant. He's going to launch one.
See, that's the absolute amazing thing about Horace Grant. You can put him on the point guard, and he's just as effective as he is on the power forward.
San Antonio up on Phoenix early. Smith stepped on the line, the reason for the turnover. We'll keep you posted on the other playoff games tonight. Portland and the Lakers come up right after this one. The Lakers trying to avert a sweep. Jordan over Steve Smith. And the Bulls have their first lead of the game. Miami had been up by 15, 44-43. Chicago, 3:43 to go in the half.
And Bob, that came on a wonderful shot on a fall away, fade away, lean back, impossible to challenge jump shot. Nothing but net. Curled in.
Fouls on Purdue for holding on to cycling. Jordan has 10 points in this quarter.
Right now, Miami's standing around offensively. They've got to get more movement. They've got to maybe clear aside, run a pick and roll, take advantage of the matchup with Steve Smith if they can. They've got to do something to make sure that the other people on the team touch leather on their trip down. Maybe come down and get into a passing game, run something that's a little less predictable than what they're doing.